What is up, everybody? It is Trash Panda here, and welcome back to another episode of SurrounDead. So, as you can see, we are wearing our oil rig outfit. I am quite fond of it. I did take the helmet. Well, I'm sorry. I have the helmet on, so I am wearing it, even though it doesn't look like it. As you can see, so there is a option when you go into settings and gameplay, hide player headwear. So that is what I did. Obviously, it does not hide your glasses, your accessories. I wish it would hide the face wear as well. So what I did was I just took off my mask and put it in here. The only time we need that is when we're going into a irradiated zone anyway. Honestly, I don't think it helps at all with any of the zombies, so like the infected zombies or anything like that. Obviously, the acidic zombies, it doesn't protect us from that because that does health damage, not any radiation damage. So I got that. I did uh, basically do another run through at the oil rig off camera, and unfortunately, since you can tell that I don't have the helmet, I did not loot that. I did, however, loot this, which is the large military, or the large black military backpack. So this, give me 1 second. There we go. So that backpack is what you can loot from the, so it's the bandit boss. They have a chance of dropping this, as well as the coyote boss. However, we have not gotten lucky and found one until this point. So I do like the looks of this over the large coyote. I mean, the large coyote, obviously, I like that. That's a cool look, but I just like the black a little bit better. I'm still keeping this because obviously this is a larger bag, so kind of how I've got my inventory set up is this is my primary, this is my secondary, and then it goes into everything else. I did do, obviously, continued inventory management to try to maximize efficiency, and I did make some noisemakers, as you can tell. Those are critical. Yeah, so that's really the only big thing that we got. So we do have the lychee. Of course, we got that from the last boss that we killed on the oil rig. I did put our laser rangefinder up there. Back at the base, we've got several suppressors. We also had the scope, and we've actually got a 12 round mag. So it comes with a 6, but we have a 12 round, and we've got a backup as well. So I can just go ahead. That's 308, right? Yeah. No. Oh, that's right. That's 300 Winchester. I haven't even loaded that yet. Okay. Yep, that is correct. So let's do that. So we will be using that some today. So that is cool. So if you guys remember the vehicle that I had said at the very beginning of the last episode, I said we stumbled across the vehicle on the way out there. So I did grab that vehicle, which is the buggy right here. The speed is okay. Obviously, it's still slower than the Charger, but pretty much everything in game is. However, besides that, it's got the same stats as far as health. Oh, health is shows up on the back of this because the engine is rear engine. So it's got 100 health, which is the same as the Charger. And yeah, I mean, beyond that, I feel it looks cool, and it kind of fits the vibe that we're currently going for. We'll switch up and drive some of the other vehicles throughout the rest of the series. Now that we've got most of the primary vehicles, it would still be nice to find. So there's the RV, there's the Humvee, and there's one more vehicle. we can go over to the vehicle trader and take a look at that. So as you can tell, it's a little bit slow on the acceleration, but top speed is right at about 50. Is this the right way? No, that's the wrong way for the vehicle trader. The vehicle trader is over here by the bridge, which is the direction that we should have been going anyway. So yeah, so see, like even going uphill, it's going to hit 50. So it's not the fastest, but it's by far not the worst either. So what was the other vehicle? So the Humvee, the RV, and I know there was one more. Oh, that's right, the truck. So I did lie. I did not have a chance to look at the specs on this yet, but I really want to do so. I'm hoping that we find it because I would prefer to find it than spend 18 grand on it. But I mean, beyond that, we've got everything. So the flatbed, we've got the damaged sedan, Charger, buggy, big rig. Oh, so we don't have the Jeep. So we're missing the Jeep, the Humvee, the RV, and just truck. Okay. All right. So what is on the agenda for today? So we are going to pull my mini map here. We are going to do the Creek Prison, which it's a level 1 radiation. I went there once in my my prior playthrough, and I do feel like it was one of the harder ones, but that was early in my playthrough, so I wasn't as geared out as we are now. So we're gonna run that and then see how long that takes. It's not really that large, but it's just kind of like a bigger building, so there'd be more rooms to clear and stuff like that. But obviously, we're not going to be going after all of the little loot and stuff. Let me mark that, because I'm just going to drive. Oh, it is straight. Okay. Yeah, I'm just driving straight through the woods here. And I think it was in front of this prison is where I actually... No, it was... Ooh, wait. Wait. We do need to put our mask on. And I was going to show you guys, I have to remember to do this, the decontamination booth. We did install that, but obviously we did not use it, which I mean, I was at about 90% on radiation anyway. We can go ahead and swap out that filter as well. I mean, honestly, we can just drop the filter because we're not going to reinstall a half-used filter, right? Let's see where it went. I did want to test something. So where did that go? Did that go? Did it go in this? No. Did it go in this one down here? I mean, I'm not crazy. You guys saw me pick it up, right? Wait, 10. Did it stack and refill? Interesting. Okay, that's a bug. I mean, I've never tried that. I have no need to. I have like 50 filters. What I wanted to try was to see if refilling the filters with the charcoal tabs, where are they? So the charcoal tablets. I'm pretty sure that's what those are used for. I initially thought those would double as water purification, because obviously you can purify water in real life with charcoal tablets. So I thought that's what it was here as well. Uh, let's actually. So I've got this extra weapons case here for situations like this where I just want to, swap out something. We still haven't shot the Barrett, have we? But I don't think I've got. Oh, that's right. You cannot install a suppressor on that. That's right. Yeah, man, that thing is so mean sounding. It's just like a thud. Absolutely brutal. And like I said, that was the one that the bandit. What is going on here? I'm trying to aim down sights. That's the one that the bandit boss shot me with, and it took like half of my health as soon as he hit me. I don't want to waste that 300 Winchester ammo though. I did not get a chance to go to the trader. So when I do that, I mean, I've got just bukus of stuff I need to get rid of. Ooh, I'm glad that dog didn't come after me. We've got plenty of accessories. We've got plenty of... so when I say accessories, I mean firearm accessories. So we've got plenty of that kind of stuff, and yeah, we just desperately need to go to the trader to unload some stuff. A bunch of my storage crates are just needlessly packed, and I'm using tents still. So, I mean, at this point, I shouldn't need to be doing that because I've got plenty of storage crates. Alright, so this is our primary entrance. So it is basically bunker style. I'm pretty sure there are not landmines out here. Man, that pistol sucks. I mean, yeah, I know I missed a couple of those shots, but still. I feel like, okay, yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like there was a side entrance as well. So that requires a level 1. Does that enter into the same area? That's what I can't remember. And don't think this area has a hidden cache. I'm surprised there weren't more zombies outside. Like I said, the last time I came to this area, it was my prior playthrough, and yeah, we need cans for more noisemakers. Well, actually, we really just need black powder, which is like what's preventing us from making a lot of those now. So yeah, I can already tell just taking out those zombies that this is going to be a lot easier than it was last playthrough. However, right beyond this door is, I think, the boss. And okay, so that entrance as well does kind of come into the side entrance here. I wonder if I could get a noisemaker through that, I could like bounce one off in there and then toss a grenade in there. Let's try that. I'm still cautious with grenades because, I mean, it doesn't take much for a grenade to bounce the wrong way. So So they're gonna run. There was a hole in the side of the building. I could do that. Alright, so I just want to check. That's a level 1. This should also be a level 1 keycard. I don't see them, you know, making you use a level 2 on one side of the building and a level 1 on the other side. Alright, so there's the boss as well. Which of course he would have ran towards that noise. Let me try. I don't want to waste a bunch of noisemakers. I don't mind wasting a grenade though. So let's put that back. I'm just gonna get a little bit of distance, and I mean, I don't know, maybe it hit a bar and it didn't go perfectly through. Nope. I was sure I was dead there. I wonder if I can toss one up top, if they'll run up the stairs. I don't know if there's a door between the stairwell though. Alright, I mean, let's just stop trying to cheese it and face this problem head on, huh? And if we die, we die. Kinda like in Rocky. Do I want to... Yeah, I probably want to switch that and get our grenade launcher as a backup while we're running this as our primary. So the problem is, as soon as we open that door, these guys are going to be on us, and he's blocking the entrance for them to come in this room, so I can't kind of distract them. This might end bad for us. We're full auto. Oh shit. That's why I don't keep grenades in those slots. I wanted to reload. Yeah, I mean, I obviously understand G is the best weapon, or the best keybind for a grenade and throwables. You know, it makes sense. However, my fingers, for some reason, do not understand that concept. Why am I picking up filters? Stop it. I don't need those. I feel like I 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I don't know. It just seems like they're a lot more when they're running at me. Alright, so let's go center mass. So that killed all the other zombies behind them. So that's the prison officer. So alright, so with all that racket, that should be everyone out of the building. So in there, I don't need any of those. I will take the shotgun, however. That's one. Unload, unload. I put that in the wrong pocket every time. So that needs to go in there, and we are clean. Don't need any of that. That's oh man, there were a bunch of them stuck behind this guy. Which works out good for me because we only had what do we have, 20 rounds left before we had to reload. So 20 rounds would have not have done anything on those guys. We can be a little loud here. There are still going to be zombies in here. I can guarantee you that. Do I have the right jack? I'm sure I do. I have to. Yeah, so these doors are not openable. And that is the back door where the room is kind of broken. So that was the secondary entrance that we could have gone in. So if we weren't at a point where we could have easily sniped everybody in the front of the building, then we could have snuck around and taken that side entrance, which is a little bit, I feel like it is a little bit more secure when you're trying to be stealthy than going in the front in this particular area. So at least that makes up for the grenade that I accidentally threw.
Come in contact with the infected. Seek immediate medical attention. Fast is first. Come in contact. Fast. You have high heart rate. Still fast with jazz. Seek scientists are still fast and the death toll rise. And ever.
Okay, no secret caches in here.
Asking for medical volunteers.
I will eat that. And so that's completely blocked off, right? I know one of these you can get to from the outside, I believe.
These are the ends of faith. All of humanity should gather as one prayer for the preservation.
No, actually, I'm thinking about a different location.
May God have mercy on us all.
Black powder, let's go. Oh, wow. Stacked with key cards. Okay. Yeah, that's why you really need to kind of come in, because they do a good job of kind of hiding some of the loot behind the doors. So as you're walking by, you'll just kind of glance in and be like, oh, there's nothing in there. Here's what, yeah. We looted that. Let me tell you, I'm sure I said it before, but I would love if a developer added a helicopter somehow into the game. Now, if it could be something where, you know, when you go to these crashed helicopters, if you loot parts over time, and then with those parts, you know, you can assemble a helicopter, even if it's something where, you know, you have to buy the frame from a vendor, and then you end up being able to loot all the components, and once you buy the frame, loot the components, then you can build it and use it. I think that would be really cool. Uh, and I'd be perfectly fine if it was like very low holding on inventory and terrible on gas. But I mean, it would just be super fun to have that as an option. Yeah. Okay, so this part you can kind of go around. Uh, yeah, so that was totally worth it, right? And no hidden cache there. I don't think you can get to anything from back there, and then obviously these are already unlocked, so. Now, one of these floors, yeah, this one, it's like this one just has a note. But, I mean, I do have my pry bar on me. We'll put that in that box. And then that's 4. So, like, I've tried to get in there before, and I think that's literally meaning in the future, as in future updates. I think that's what the developer means by that. And also, obviously, we don't visually see anything in there either. Like, it's just completely empty, so. No hidden cache, alright. I need to put my shotgun back, though. I guess that noise maker, well, between that and all the explosions, it did a well enough job to kind of pull everybody out of this place. We'll take the landmine. The military suppressors are kind of like the middle tier. You really want the professional suppressors. And I've got probably like 5 military suppressors at the base. Yeah, we'll pick up an extra mag. We'll drop you right there. That needs to go also in there. We're good. We'll grab the radiation pills just because we did go through a lot of those. I don't need another backpack. I should probably get rid of some of the ones I'm carrying. We don't need a shotgun suppressor either. We've got plenty of those, and we're not using the shotgun that much. So no hidden cache. Go ahead and get our high tier crate. So that's 171, 22, 44. I think that's about the same as the one that we've got. Where's that one at? That's in this box? Yeah. So 170, 2251. Okay. So yeah, this one can be a for sale since it's a legendary. That's again another farm we still have not come across in this playthrough. Yeah, I do want that scope. This one we don't have. I cannot remember exactly what the difference is between these scopes. We can. So what we can do is we can get out of the irradiated zone here, and then we can find out. So I originally thought the first time I used it, I thought it was like a specialty night vision scope, but that is not the case. It would be cool if we could take the bus, right? I would drive that around for a little while at least. Yeah, so we'll get out of the irradiated zone, and then we will sleep. Whoa. Bunch of guys. Let's go the way that we came. just so we can sleep and check out the scope and then figure out where we're going next. We might do the airfield. I don't know. I want to try to find something that is a little bit quicker than the airfield, though. We'll see. So let's go to... So we don't need the crowbar. Sit you right there. So this is the, what is that? That's the heavy scope, I believe, the heavy duty is a technical name for it. Where's my show attachments? Oh, because my attachment's right there. So that's the heavy scope. So the NXS, that's what that looks like. Okay, so this has a better zoom, it looks like. Right? Yeah, a lot better zoom. So, is it a reticle thing? I mean, it doesn't have anything for windage or elevation. So, it just seems like this scope, it says common and it's $40, but I've seen probably 3 of these and, you know, like over 100 hours of gameplay throughout all of the games that I played. And the heavy scope, that one is also common, but I've come across that a lot more. So I don't know, maybe it's just luck. I don't know. I was expecting that was going to be some sort of better stats or something. So that's the 308. I want to switch back as our primary. I'll keep rocking with this for now. So where to? So that's a military helicopter. So this is Lawrence Creek. That's something that would be kind of on the quicker side. The abandoned convoy. That's in the same location that we did last time, and that's the same event where they've got. Sorry, let me turn that back down. Where they've got just tanks on the back of flatbeds. So this does have 2 bosses, and obviously that's a bigger location. So this whole rectangle of the airfield is irradiated. Somebody walking up on me? Okay. So I don't know if I wanted to commit to that just yet. We've done those. Oh, I think this is what I really wanted to do next. So this was the pen where I picked up the buggy at. So we are... Okay, so it's not a far drive. So we're going to go there and do that. So give me a couple minutes and I'm just going to cut to us when we're there and we'll be right back. Alright guys, so we did make it. So this is... Why did it not populate the name? It is, I believe it was FOB contaminated zone. It populated as I drove by, but I wanted to kind of get out of the irradiated zone when I parked. And then also I saw this over here, and I was like, oh, that is our ice cream vendor. So let's see if we've got enough credits for anything good. So that's the Cerebus. We don't have that. So that's a semi-auto 308. I need to pull out. So this is 683117. So the Cerebus is basically the customized version of this. And so 683117. The critical hit chance is a lot better. But beyond that, I mean, that's a step down. So that's the Valkyrie drum mag, but we're not using the Valkyrie as much now that we have the guard or the Colonel's Revenge. So the Horde Beacon. So we do want to grab one of those. I think that's really the only thing. Like, I'm sure we've got 20 credits, right? I think we've got to at least have that. Yeah, we got 67. So we can definitely buy a Horde Beacon and we can make use of that. What's the stats on that? 30. So I've got one that's over 30. So that's close-ish, kinda. Oh, mine's a lot better. And I'm pretty confident that my marksman's legacy is a lot better than his as well. His exterminator might be better. Where did I put it? I put it in this backpack. So mine is 23, 40, 27. Okay, so I would say with everything balancing out, it's probably about the same. Okay. Let's get our Horde Beacon, which we can use back at the base later. We also have these military Intel laptops that we've been picking up. And we've been collecting these for a while. I just haven't gotten around to using them. Now that we've got a 5 stack, we may go ahead and use those. We might be able to do a video where we use those. So basically what that does is it can be anything from, drive here and there's a special loot crate that you can pick up. And then drive here and there's a special event that's going to take place. So it's just kind of like a mixed bag. You don't know until you activate it. And, it could be, over there at that crane. It could be on the other side of the map that you have to go to. So it's pretty... Oh, whoa. Okay, sorry. So my fingers went to ESDF instead of WASD. So typically you press F to get in the car, so I put my finger over 1 to press G and try to get back in. Okay. Which, I mean, yeah, we're not going to go far anyway, so let me put that beacon in here. Why is it not opening the storage? Try that again. Maybe you gotta open it from up here. There we go. So we're gonna put that there and also these over here. So that will be kind of like my my reminder that, hey, we want to do this activity. Let's move. So we can put that right there because that's the one we're not going to be using because that's lower stats. I'm going to put the shotgun right there. Do we want to break out the Barrett? I think we should because we haven't used it yet. Yeah, why not? Why shouldn't we? I did not realize, well, I guess we're not that far away because, I mean, the radiation zone is all the way back here. $648, and this thing is not suppressed, so yeah, I knew that was going to happen. Well, at least that got the dog's attention. Come on. Yeah, and obviously there is, that I know of, there is no suppressor in the game for the Barrett. Yeah, that's all I need out of there. It's dirty, or I would drink it. We'll grab a can and random tools. We're still gonna need, man, I wish I could get up there and snipe these guys. We're still gonna need the tools and stuff like that because we're gonna do our watchtowers, and that's gonna take some supplies. 80, whew. I like you, and yeah, she's loud. Yeah, yeah, okay. I kind of knew that was gonna happen. Wasn't expecting it to roll that far. Alright, Mr. Solomon. And then we'll finish off with that. Man, if that thing had a suppressor that was available, whew, you could do some damage, and that would be nice. Which, I mean, obviously it does damage, but you wouldn't have to worry about them swarming your location. These guys are dropping some good ammo loot. Alright. Don't need that. We use that for the water it has. And yeah, that's all we need. Are there landmines here? Most likely. This is a cool truck. Let's loot. Yeah, so there we go. So, FOB Bravo. So what? FOB is forward operating base, I believe. Sounds correct. So all those gunshots, and you didn't want to come, but now that I'm making some noise, rummaging around, you want to come attack. Okay. And those are just empties. Okay. Alright, so watch out for razor wire and landmines. And dogs. Yeah, so I think our racket kind of got everybody's attention here. nice. Yeah, I like that kind of loot from ammo crates. We need to get that more often.
Overwhelmed with medical conditions. FOB human capacity comes to be object. If you come in contact,
There's somebody walking somewhere.
immediate medical attention.
Bullet casing, we'll take that. Yeah, so off camera, I do want to do a little bit of testing with disassembling ammunition. So I know I kind of touched on that a few episodes ago, and okay, we'll just let it go. And I did try a few rounds of ammunition by disassembling them. However, the only thing I got out of it was the bullet casing. So I did not get any gunpowder or anything, which obviously is the whole purpose of disassembling them. Like, I've got plenty of bullet casings that I've just picked up. What we need is black powder or gunpowder. Sir, with immediate effect, the key cards for the bunker door will be changed and a hoto take place at 2000. I'm assuming he means 2000 as in 8 o'clock. This key card change is due to the uptake and raids against serving personnel and ambushes happening on patrols used for finding pockets of infected. I'm afraid that the situation is dire and the end is here. Alright, so that was Colonel Solomon, which was the boss. So there's... Can we loot that? No. We'll just drink that for now. Oh, I thought the text would say it while I'm doing this. That's okay. Come on, it's like right there. So that will go, that's a little bit closer. I'm almost at the point where I'm just frustrated with this, and I want to say it's not that important. Come on. So that is going to that point. That is going a little bit further. That is also going further. That was going less. So it's somewhere in between there. Jeez. Yeah, I mean that's typical, right? All that for less than 15 rounds of ammo. And then boom, that easy I got twice as much. Alright, I don't think there's anything hiding back here. If you guys did want to know what they were talking about, so the soldier's saying we need some support here now, sir, and then the colonel or the officer is saying I'm trying, I can't get through to command, and at this point, we're going to have to abandon this FOB. They keep coming from everywhere. So basically, that's the recording. Sir, did you hear that plane? And then they drop the atomic bomb to kind of blow out the infection that's coming into this base. Alright, so only a level 1. And this is going to be kind of typical of our other one where we'll be able to get some easy access here, and then everything else as far as zombies are going to be behind this locked door. Yeah, you can hear them and see them clipping through the walls a little bit. Hey, I will take that gun case and stick it in the way back there. Go ahead and use that. And just top off our water again. Let's go ahead and top off our mag before we deal with this, because I have a feeling this is going to be a problem. Yep. Which means he wasn't much of a problem, but if I would have been on full auto, I would have been able to drop him a lot quicker. So that's just the undead boss. So that's just, I think he's like 1,000 hit points. I wasn't even paying attention. I just wanted him dead. We good? I was expecting everybody to be behind that locked door and not anymore in here. Okay. Battle ready Glock. Yeah, because I mean we do need the suppressors for the named items anyway. Does that have? So that's 160. Okay, so altogether it sells for 235. Yeah, we didn't even take any damage there. Good. Oh, get off my screen, get off my screen. There's a bandage in here somewhere that I'll just use. Radiation pills. There we go. All right. All kinds of good stuff in here, and no more zombies. Nice. Okay, so these rooms are connecting. We'll use that because that'll take care of some of our radiation without causing us to get thirsty. There's probably not going to be much in here that I'll need. Still can't read that. I've got like 9 of those back at the base. I was hoping I'd leveled enough to be able to read another one by now. Man, let me tell you, if I needed the medical, this is the place to get it. This is better than hospital almost. Is there any hidden caches back here? No, there's not. All right, so let's check out the other side of this bunker. Oh wait. Oops, I did not mean to do that. That was Windows with the mind of their own. Keycard, nice. So on the other side of this door, I believe there's at least one other boss. I don't know if there's two. Grab those. I need to replace my battery. At least there are some lights in here. And it sounds like the zombies above us heard us. I seriously doubt they'll come down in here from all the way out there. Oh, I stand corrected, I guess. So you know what? We will take that battery. Man, is there another one coming now? And you didn't even bring me any goodies. Come on, man. Come on now. I will, yeah, definitely top these off. And we're still on full auto, so. That was a level 3 key card, so. Let's toss a grenade in there, because I'm pretty confident there's more guys in there. Maybe not, because they would have ran towards the explosion, right? Okay. Oh, well, there's our... I completely forgot that we had not gotten that yet, so... Come on. It's maybe right there. Let's go a little bit further. Alright, so that was losing progress. So that is there. There we go. You know, it would be absolutely diabolical if they... Oh, you guys will want to see this. This is also pretty cool. So... I don't remember where on the map this is. Yeah. I will look that up and see if I can find that on the map, because it's pointing to a blank location here. So I mean, that could be a POI that's unmarked that I haven't gone to yet. I mean, I've looked at the board before because I thought it was really cool, just piece of kind of like lore, but I never actually compared it to the map to say, hey, is that a, you know, kind of like a hidden location on the map that it's trying to tell us about. Grab that. Don't need any of that. Maybe we can get more credits and, well, we bought the last horde beacon that guy had, so. But I feel like we definitely recouped the 20 credits or so that we spent on that. don't think I have that. I might. If not, that'll add to the vendor list, or the trader, I should say. Is it this way? Yeah. And I hate when the fog rolls in, because there are landmines here. And you go on this side. So be careful. Alright guys, well that is going to be it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and yeah, so next episode, like I said, I want to do some research on that bulletin board that we just saw, see if that actually leads to anything, and if so, we'll definitely investigate that. If it does not, then we're probably going to do one of the larger bunkers that will probably take an entire uh, episode. So I'll be thinking about either doing the Valley Airfield, because like I said, that is this whole area with two bosses there. We can also check out the Redacted Zone, which is down here. The uh, the shipyard is pretty big. I think there's two bosses there as well. And then obviously there's also many other places that we can go to that we haven't even started yet. The Tropical Shell Hotel, that is a that's a one video run, so we wouldn't be able to fit two in there. We could do like West Grove and like Lawrence Creek. Those are small enough where we could fit both in the same video though. So we still got a lot to check out and a lot to do, even though we've driven by a bunch of these places. We haven't done those. And then obviously finishing up some of these primary infestations so it starts spawning the random infestations as well. All right, guys. Well, like I said, I do hope you enjoy the video. Leave me any comments if you would like to see anything in particular. It is interesting that my headgear is now showing back up. I did not realize I changed that setting. Okay, that's odd. So yeah, please feel free to drop a comment. Please like the video if you have not already, and subscribe. Until next time, I hope you guys have a good one and take it easy. If you had as much fun watching this as I did playing, consider tossing a little something in my Ko-Fi jar. You can grab a coffee to give a one-time boost, or even become a Trash Panda partner or a Trash Panda looter for reoccurring support and to join our crew. Thanks for your support and for being part of the Trash Panda family.